Thank you very much. I think I have one of the easiest jobs today because I've been asked to tell the story about my company, which is a Turkish company, Markafoni, which is the biggest online fashion company in Turkey. And it's somehow difficult. It's 5 years old, and it's somehow difficult to tell the story in detail without boring you. So I thought the best way is to explain by using some pictures. I will show you the pictures of Markafoni, which have been taken in the last 3-4 years and as of today, because they explain the change we have made. And in all the story, there is also a strong Ukrainian component. I will tell also about Modna Kasta, which is our company in Ukraine. So it is also a founder story in Ukraine, but under very strange circumstances. I will tell you the details. But before getting to that, so Markafoni was founded in 2008. We have 2 locations in Istanbul. We are managing 35,000 square meters. A big part of it is going into logistics. We are having 45,000 orders per day. The capacity of our logistics center is up to 70,000 orders per day. So we believe that we will still grow in the future. We have more than 20 million visits and 8 billion unique visitors. We are all in all, from revenues, the second biggest site in the Turkish e-commerce, and we are also the biggest online fashion player in Turkey. And we have only 7% return rates. So you know, from Ukraine and Russia, the return rates are usually much higher. But Turkey, I think the Turkish culture is doing a good stuff with us. And we sell 17% from mobile. So 17% of all my sales is coming from mobile. This has been last year 5%, and this increased tremendously. And you can reach us on iPhone, iPad, Android, Windows 8, Windows 8 tablet, even BlackBerry and mobile side. We have all the ways to connect us, and we will introduce now mobile payments. And I will tell a little bit more to that later during the session. So, plus we have the highest number of alternative payment systems. So in Turkey we use credit cards. Turkey is a credit card paradise, but we offer whatever is also offered in Turkey. From mobile wallet payment systems until up to debit cards, prepaid cards, PayU, and even the local banking system, which is only available in Turkey and nobody uses, but we still offer it. But we have also 3 other companies. We have the fashion verticals. So Markafoni is selling 1 million articles per month. And it's end of season, so Markafoni sells on price. It's 50-70% more discount. It's like Modna Kasta here. Zizigo, it's like Zappos, is selling shoes. Miss Pera is selling perfumes and cosmetics, and Enmoda is the Turkish ASOS. So these 3 are also the leading 3 vertical players in Turkey, and this makes the Markafoni group to the leading online fashion group in Turkey. So this 3, only the 3 has a revenue of 100 million. Markafoni is, several times more than that. And what we do is very simple. We have a big bulk cash business in Markafoni, the right-hand part, but lower margin because we have discounts, and we have a blended markup or margin by using the fashion verticals where we sell full price. So our average margin of the group is higher than any other competitor, because usually the competitors in Turkey are either only full price or either end of season. So this is how we strategically position ourselves. Well, let's have a view on some of the pictures. This is the headquarters we started a few years ago. So this is 4 years ago. It was in a very narrow street in Istanbul, and the packages you see has been our daily orders. So everybody was helping before 5, 6, 7 o'clock, before the courier services were coming, and put it in front of the building. Now imagine in the winter or in the autumn time with rain or snow, how the quality became. So then we first changed the headquarters, and moved into a 10,000 square meter a nice place. So let me take you through the office. I will show you the old office or the old offices and then the new one. So this is the biggest room in the old office we used to have. And everywhere we had logistics. We had always a space problem. So we used every time. Sometimes my partners and me, we got out of our rooms and they started to use the rooms as logistic packaging places. This is the returns department in the old office, right? The problem was that if the one guy who was running the returns department became ill, we couldn't find the package. Because he knew that, you know, from Adidas, the packages were at the end, at the third row. And really, we had some days, this guy was ill, and we couldn't find, and we needed to check all the return systems. But everything was smaller than today, so it was somehow easy. Today, this is our office. It is a big and spacey office, three levels. And we don't have any of the problems we have been facing in the past. So some other nice pictures. Let me take you to the logistics place. This has been our logistics center 3 years ago. This is our logistics center today. So I think the logistics center we have is the biggest one in Turkey for internet logistics. We are able to ship 70,000 orders. We are using up to 45,000 orders because the plan is to found more verticals and more companies in online fashion and to integrate them directly into the logistics center. So what we have done the last 2 years is we invested in infrastructure because everything is copyable. So when a new competitor is coming up, it's easy to copy your brand, it's easy to copy your homepage, it's even easy to find 1 million customers. You can buy them if you have enough money, but it's very difficult to have your infrastructure because it's not only the infrastructure, it's not only the big investment in CapEx, it's also the education of the people, the processes, the ERP, and this is the reason why I have never outsourced anything from Markafoni. So we have done our own ERP, we have done our own front end, we have done our own design of the logistics center, we own all logistics employees, and all our competitors use different strategies in outsourcing. And this might be one of the reasons why we are still the biggest. This used to be also our old logistic. This is the packaging station in the office. These are the new packaging stations. And let's have a quick view on the studios. These are our old studios. So this is how we started 4 years ago, the Markafoni studios. There was only one room and everything was taken in that room. Of course, we upgraded that. We have now 13 studios, 2,000 square meters. We are taking 12,000 pictures per day. We have a capacity of 15,000. We are putting every day 4,000 new articles onto the site. And this is how the new studios are looking today. So they are really big, spacey, and most likely we have the biggest production area in Turkey. So, but Markafoni is not only a Turkish story. So, as Markafoni was founded 2008, I decided to found Australia, and I called an old friend who was half German, half Australian, asking him if he is interested in going to Australia and opening up a site which is very similar to Markafoni. He did, and we exited that business. As we exited that business, we used to have 250 employees in Australia, and it was the biggest e-commerce deal of Australia in 2012. Then we opened up South Korea. We totally failed. After 6 months and burning 1 million, we shut it down. It was the hardest market I've ever been. We opened up Greece. Greece was running very well, the company, but not the country. So we exited that also to a local group. And we used to have Poland And you know, Nespers invested 2 years ago, the South African media group. They bought a majority stake at Markafoni, and Poland is something like their home country, so we transferred the assets to the Nespers group. They can manage it and intermingle it much better. And then in 2010, we founded Modna Kasta. So, and the story with Ukraine is difficult. You might ask yourself, how did we come to the strange combination of countries? So what I did at that time in 2009, I was opening the world card and I deleted all countries where a private shopping club was active. So then I sorted all other remaining countries by GDP. So number 1 was Australia, number 2 was Poland, no, South Korea, then Poland, Greece and Ukraine. This was the top 5. And then I said, okay, we are going to open up private shopping in the 5 countries. So every country has a different story, but the story of Ukraine was, up to 2010, I have never been in Kiev. So I had no clue about the culture here, about the city, about the internet, etc. I just knew this is a country where there is no private shopping and we should do something. So I found a Turkish guy who told me, oh, I can speak Ukrainian and Russian, and I will go to Kiev and make a market research for you, and then you will know everything. I said to him, okay, I gave him some money. We sent him to Kiev, and we also said to him, find something like an office where we can do logistics. And then 3 weeks I didn't hear anything about him, and then he called me and said, look, I have found a good headquarters in a very nice place. I think the name was Konje Zaspa in Kiev. But I had no clue. So I need a place where you can drive in with trucks, and when the people work 24 hours and you take the trucks out in the night. But I was a little bit concerned, right? Because I was asking questions to that guy, and he had always funny answers. So, have you talked to the authorities? Not yet. Why? Yeah, because, you know, the guy I'm talking to is not speaking Russian. He is only speaking Ukrainian. My Ukrainian is not so well. So I was really confused because I thought always everybody is talking everything. At a Tuesday, I received an email from a guy called Oleg using Zinc, a network in Germany, business network in Germany, saying, I want to open up a private shopping club. You have one in Turkey. Can we talk? I said, okay, call me. Then another guy called me, called Andre, and I was completely confused and said, yes, I'm a friend of Oleg. Oleg is not speaking English very well, but I do, so I will translate to him. Then these guys came to Turkey 3 days later. We had a handshake deal. I called my Turkish guy, and the Ukrainian guys took over. So, and then they, of course, changed the Konji Zespa location into a more industrial location, and then they started. And today we have, 400 employees. We have 5,500 square meters. We have some really relevant traffic numbers in terms of visits and visitors. And honestly, there is no reason why this company will not grow like hell in the next 4 to 5 years. So therefore, since then, I'm really very regularly in Kiev. This is also the new office building, and a little bit of the story how we met with the guys. Just very quickly on some lessons. Being a first mover is a big advantage. If you are market leader in Ukraine, in Turkey, in Australia, this was always due to a first mover advantage. It brings you an advantage because of the branding. Secondly, we always thought if you believe in the plan, we have to execute very fast. So the Ukrainian example is very, usual for us. I would always suggest don't worry to discontinue businesses like South Korea. In e-commerce, you see numbers. In e-commerce, after 3 to 4 weeks even that this will work or this will not work. And you have to be very open to yourself and honest. Competition is good. I'm coming from a country where I used to have 27 competitors in private shopping. I tell you, there is no harder competition in the world, maybe in Korea. And there's really a cutthroat competition, but the competition is maybe it's like working out every day in the gym. It's really making you better. Data is priceless. We are a completely data-driven company. As an entrepreneur, we always had big ideas, but we preferred to take small steps just to limit the risks. So we never put all our money into South Korea or Australia or only Turkey. We always try to diversify. Network is important. I believe that relationships, especially in countries like Turkey and Ukraine, are key, even more than knowledge. Execution is king. I'm having a little bit of German background, and I tell you, if you can have the best ideas and the best network, if you are not able to execute, you just lose. You have to be focused. I believe timing is super important. Right time, right place helps you to get some big first mover advantages. And I believe sharing is also very important. We always grew when we shared something. Shared shares, shared success, network, including new people. It always brought us more than not sharing. Just for the end, 2 small numbers. If we would be in the retail rankings in Turkey, we would be today number 11 or 12 biggest Turkish retailer. So we are doing e-commerce, but we are also transforming and changing the offline retail in Turkey. My goal is to become one of the top 5 retailers of Turkey. And not only e-commerce, really offline retailers. And if you would compare us internationally, just to give you a size, these are Comscore numbers. From traffic, we would be with what we have in Turkey, we would be number 2 from all private shopping clubs. So this is our story. Thank you very much.